All right, Kwate, how's it going?
Everything nice, no complaint at all.
That's what's up, man. Well, I see you got some pretty good numbers going on, and you've been doing your thing for a while now.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So, can you kind of let people know a little bit about yourself? Where'd you grow up and what it was like for you?
Yeah, I grew up in Benin City and in Nigeria, in a small town called Ogida, and from there I migrated to Lagos, and from Lagos I took all over to the world.
Okay.
hmm
What is it like growing up in Nigeria?
Growing up in Nigeria, I'm gonna say it's pretty tough out there, especially if you come from the trenches.
Okay, can you expand on that? What's tough about it? What's the trenches in Nigeria like?
So the trenches in Nigeria it's pretty the same like how trenches is in everywhere, but just that it's a bit more bad in Africa, like where people literally live below $2 a day.
$2 a day.
Yeah.
That's not that much. Okay, so is that how you grew up too? You were that poor?
I would say that, and I'm gonna say yes, yes. I grew up like that. Like it was sometimes very hard to get a 3 square meal. Sometimes can't get 2 square meal.
You couldn't get 2 square meals a day. It was
Yeah,
tough.
yeah, it was pretty tough, pretty bad, and pretty tough.
Wow. I mean, that's horrible.
Very, very horrible. But that was brutal. It's very bad.
Okay. I mean, I don't know nothing about Nigeria, so if I'm asking a lot of questions, that's just because I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay. It's okay. You're
I'm
welcome.
curious.
Yeah,
I'm
you're welcome.
curious.
You're welcome, brother.
Hey, you're growing up as a kid. Are you going to school at all? Do you go to school?
Yeah, I went to school. Of course, I went to primary school, secondary school. I went to college.
You went to college.
Yeah.
Okay, so how were you able to afford to go to college?
So my dad, right? My dad was a national handball coach as at that time. Things was pretty okay at the beginning. And then I don't know what happened. Him and my mom kind of fell out, and things just fell apart from there. So she became pretty tough. But my mom traveled to Europe in the early 90s. So she from there she was able to start supporting the family.
Okay, so you didn't grow up with your parents in the house?
Now,
So your mom moved away,
yeah.
and your dad, you didn't live with him, but he owned a team.
He used to own a team, but
Okay.
he lost his job and things kind of really went left.
So you lived with your dad.
Yeah, I lived with my dad up to the age of 15.
Okay. So but your mom was sending money back
Yeah. My
to
mom
help
was saying,
out.
yeah, to help out. And she
Okay.
had to do a lot of pretty hard job in Europe.
You said it's the slums over there. So, I mean, do you guys have drug problems? I mean, is there violence? Like, what's going on an everyday
Um,
basis?
yeah, so I would say in my era growing up, there was a lot of violence problem. There was a lot of courtesan problem, which in America we call it gang banging. There was a lot of violence problem like that.
So you guys have gangs over there
Of
too.
course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have gangs in Africa. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
hmm
What are the street gangs like over there in Africa?
The street gangs in Africa over there is pretty bad and tough. Like they go by colors just like America. So they have the blue, they have the black, the red. They have the yellow. The yellows are called the Buccaneers. The blue.
The blue, are they called Crips too? They're not called Crips too, are they?
The blues are not called the Crips over there. They are called the Airlords, or they call them Aye, something like that. And then the blacks are called the Ayes, or New Movement of Africa, whatever they call themselves. And the Buccaneers, the pirates, just like that.
Okay. Now, did you grow up in one of these gang territories?
Yes, I grew up being a gang member, but that was in the past.
Okay.
hmm
So, you're growing up in this tough environment, man. So you said sometimes you couldn't even get 2 square meals a day.
Yeah.
Like what is that? How's that, what's that like for you? Take me through a day.
Also, like in my early days in my primary school, like I normally go to school sometimes with no food, and I had to trek like 3 miles to school. because my school, my primary school was kind of far from the crib. So you had to walk, and we had to walk to and fro like that. And maybe when we come back, that is only when we eat. So sometimes we don't eat at school. And Africa's school system, they don't give you food in the school except you go to private school.
Damn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, what is high school like?
My high school days was like not too bad because when my mom went to Europe, so I had to run away from my dad because life was too horrible. So I had to run to my mom's family in Benin City. And then I think that's when I started seeing a better life ahead of me because my mom family, they were richer than my dad's family. So things were a bit better over there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, I mean, you grew up really poor.
Yeah.
You know, you're going through all this. Now you move with your mom now. I mean, what's high school like there?
So the high school I went to in my mom's state was it's called Immaculate Conception College, ICC. It was a missionary school.
Okay, so you didn't move with your mom till college.
Yeah.
So you graduated though at the original place where you grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. Okay, so you graduate. You know, what is it like? I mean, are you going to high school? I mean, man, it's definitely got to be tough, man. You know, are you doing anything that like, I don't know, what's school like in Nigeria?
So my high school days, like after school, sometimes I go to fetch firewood to sell so I can support the family also sometimes, and just in case I need some pocket money, and how to do some like what they call, I don't know what they call it, hard labor job, like laying the bricks, working for like construction people. You know, I did that for a couple of times, but it was pretty hard for me. So I don't really like talking about my school days. It was really horrible. But, I enjoyed my high school days when the freedom was coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you're able to, have the freedom to talk to other people, relate with other people. Things start getting a little bit easy.
Did you play sports at all?
Yes, I play baseball.
Okay, so you guys got baseball over there in Nigeria.
Yeah, got baseball, yeah.
Okay, what about football, basketball, soccer?
Yeah, they got
hockey?
they got all of that too.
Yeah? Okay.
Africa is not like what you think, brother.
Well, these are mostly American sports, right? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
yeah.
It translates over there, or you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of places, in a lot of places, soccer is the number one sport. And in America, we don't really care too much about soccer.
Yeah. It's basketball or is football.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
So in Nigeria is soccer number one sport.
So soccer is the number one sport in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay. But you like baseball. You play
I like
baseball,
yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have like professional leagues over there?
Yeah, they have professional leagues.
Okay.
But I didn't make it to be a pro. I just play as an amateur.
Okay.
I really wanted to follow up though, but like it was too much for me to come from school and then go to training with no food. It was just too much.
Okay. Now you go to college.
Yeah.
Things are a little bit better for you.
Yeah.
Now, what do you take when you go to college? What are you studying for?
Oh, I study computer science.
Okay, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's college like for you? Now you're doing better. You with your mom, she has a little bit more money. It's just way better than where you were growing up.
Mm-hmm. So in college in Africa, like you have to like I was living in the campus, so my mom had to give me money to rent a house, So things was a bit better, and once I get into campus, I got influenced by bad boys, and I become a gang member.
Oh, that happened in college?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So college, we call it like university, yeah.
Okay, and this is in Africa, right?
In Africa, yeah.
Okay, did you get arrested?
Yeah, I was arrested a couple of times.
Can you talk about what you got arrested for?
Oh.
Well, you don't have to tell me what you got arrested for. What's jail like
in Africa? Oh, jail in Africa is bad. It's super, super bad. It's super, super bad. Like, it's really bad. Like, I think first of all, the living condition in our police station or jail, which you guys call jail, is very, very um unconducive. You know what I'm saying? It's very unconducive. Like there's no toilet. It's just horrible.
There's no
And
toilet?
yeah, like the toilet system is broken, is bad, and then they put so many people in just one room, in one room, just like a cage.
Sheesh. Okay. So you're in jail. How much time do you do?
I think my first time I was arrested was when I was 15. I did 19 days.
Oh,
And then I got arrested again. Sometimes I do 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, like that. I've always been arrested until I had to turn my life around.
okay.
Yeah, because I just felt like as at that time, I used to use DMX as my role model. And it's like his lifestyle was kind of affecting me by the name. DMX was always in and out of jail, one of problems like that.
Okay. So what's hip hop like over there? Like, are you guys tuning in to all the American artists? Like, you guys got your own artists that you guys listen to?
Yeah, so hip hop is very big in Africa. Most Afrobeat artists got influenced by some hip hop artists in America. Like we have our role models, people we like, you know what I'm saying? But currently, right now, I don't think hip hop is that big no more in Africa because of Afrobeat is so big right now. So everybody just listening to Afrobeat, Afrobeat, Afrobeat,
What's it called? Afrobeat?
Afrobeat, yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of taken over.
Yeah, Afrobeat has taken over.
Okay. That's okay. That's crazy, man. Because I do remember seeing some guys, years ago that were some African dudes who were rapping
Hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, they have a lot of great rappers in Africa all over the continent, and they have a lot of great singers. But people don't really do hip hop kind of stuff in Africa no more. They just do Afrobeat, you know, take it
Okay.
local.
All right. Now you go to college, and at some point you decide to turn your life around.
Yes.
Now, what motivates you to turn your life around?
Couple of stuff. The first one was I was giving too much headache and problem to my mom because I sold my mom only house that she has as at that time at the age of 21. I sold the house and I was trying to travel abroad and thought I was gonna make it, but like I got duped, I got scammed. So I just decided to be like, I want to be a good son to my mom. Let me turn things around.
Okay. Now, did you grow up? Were you rapping or singing, or what were you? When did you get into music?
My music journey started as a rapper.
Okay.
Yeah, I started as a rapper, and I was in a group called Crazy Good Fellas in Africa, and then we got signed to this label called Me and You, and then after a year we kind of broke up, and then I went solo.
I see you're doing pretty good for yourself.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yes.
How do you go from someone who barely had $2 a day
Hmm.
to where you are today, man? That's a crazy journey, bro.
Yeah, it's a crazy journey. I'm gonna say first of all, I really can like pinpoint or narrow it down to a particular blueprint, but I'm just gonna say like it's just hard work, consistency, faith, and believing in God, you know. And I don't do just music alone. I do other side also.
Can you talk about your side hustles? Like, what do you got? What else do you have going on?
Yeah, so I have a match called Fame and Fortune Gang.
A what?
A match,
What's a match?
like a match, a
Merch?
clothing. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, you have clothing.
yeah.
Okay.
No glass. It's glasses.
Oh, you have glasses.
Yeah, I have that. And also I'm into home health care. I have a home health agency.
Okay, a home health agency.
Yeah, home health.
What do you do there?
Like taking care of disabled people, less privileged people, people that can't do stuff by themselves.
Oh, okay. So you own some businesses.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how do you make your way to America?
I came to America in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, when I came to America in 2019, before I came to America, I stopped doing music for 3 years because I migrated from Asia to America. I used to live in Asia. So I migrated down here. So when I came here, I started doing odd jobs. Like I work in the factory, and then from there I did Uber. I work in Amazon, Amazon Flex drop shipping, and then from there I went into drop shipping, and then from there I took an IT course. I got a job, and then from there I set up my own business.
Okay. And it just took off for you.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. So I seen that ever since you've been out here, you got into an accident.
yes, yes.
Can you take me through that? What happened?
Yeah, I had an accident July 13, 2020, and I went into coma, and a friend of mine that was in the car died on the scene. That kind of broke me down. I don't know what happened. I was just coming back, trying to go to my hotel. Me and my friend, her name is Beanball. She was a lady, young, beautiful lady. And then I kind of lost control of my car, and then I hit a fire hydrant. And then boom, my car kind of airborne. And then the next thing I knew, I was out. And so they had to cut the car to bring me out. And my friend wasn't wearing a seatbelt, so she fell out of the car and hit her head on the floor, and she just died instantly.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit was bad. She was super bad. Like, R.I.P. Bimbo, wherever you are. R.I.P. I hope you're looking down on this, and that the struggle is still going on, and I just want to say I love you.
What's the first thing you remember when you wake up out of your coma?
Oh, the first thing I remember was I just asked the nurse that where's my friend, and they said she didn't make it.
So there was somebody there when you woke up.
Yeah, it was a nurse.
There was a nurse there.
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
nurse. Yeah.
All right. So, how long was it before you were able to walk again? How long were you in a coma?
I think I was in a coma for like 10 hours.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. I mean, I know a coma's a coma, but some people be in comas for like a month,
Oh
2
shit.
months, 3 months, and shit like that.
Yeah, I was in coma for hours.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, how long is it before you're feeling better, like able to walk and everything?
I had a phobia for a long time, you know, being in a car or driving or whatever. I have a phobia. I don't drive because of that. I don't drive. And I had a shoulder injury and a leg injury. I still have the pain in my leg and my shoulder till now. You just go off and on, comes back.
Did they have to do any surgeries on you?
No, I went for what do you call that therapy?
Oh, rehabilitation.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so no surgeries. Okay.
yeah. No, there was no surgery.
Why'd you go into a coma? You hit your head?
Yeah, though I hit my head and also the airbag, and then I hit a tree because, like I told you, the car airborne. It has to be stopped by a tree, a tree along the roadside.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was bad. This was pretty bad.
Okay, now you wake up. How long were you in the hospital for?
I was in the hospital for like 48 hours.
Okay, 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you get out of the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling?
I wasn't feeling good because my shoulder was dislocated in my leg. But thank God that they did a brain scan and everything. They said nothing was too bad. Then also the left part of my eye got affected due to the airbag and the pressure.
Man, okay. Now, shoosh. Now you lose your friend though.
I lost my friend. Yeah,
That's horrible.
very bad, very bad. Now, so rest in peace.
Man, okay. You were walking and everything really soon then.
Yeah, I started walking back not too quite long from that time, but like the memory just linger in my head. So I even have a song dedicated to that my friend that is gonna be coming out on my next EP, and the EP is titled A Trip to Hollywood.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you live in LA
No,
or
I don't live in
around
LA.
here?
Atlanta, Georgia.
You live in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. What made you pick Atlanta as a place to live?
When I was relocating to America, I had a friend in Atlanta, Georgia, then, who told me that Atlanta, since I'm gonna come back to music, should be the place I should stay. So I love Atlanta. I rep Atlanta. I represent for Atlanta.
And what made you want to live out here?
I don't want to live in LA. I
Or
just had a
no, in
show
America.
in America.
Yeah.
I believe that America is a place where you come to look for a greener pasture and look for your American dreams. And so I'm here because of the American dreams, and I love America.
Are you have you became a citizen yet, or are you still
I'm still in the process of
still in the
becoming a
process
citizen.
of becoming a
Yeah,
citizen?
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So the green card, right? The green card is the struggle of my people in America, because as long you're an immigrant in America, you need a green card. There's so many ways to get a green card, but the most common one, people want to get married, right? To get a green card. And so a lot of people will be going through hell, like because you need a green card, your spouse want to treat you very badly, poorly. They want to make you feel like you're not a human being. It's messy. The situation is super, super messy. Sometimes they don't show up on the interview date. Your spouse don't want to show up. They beat you up. Their kids beat you up. It's just horrible. So I just have to lend my voice for the voiceless people when it comes to green card. But I got a lot of backslash about the song that I'm throwing too much information out there.
Okay. Now I seen that you linked up with Snoop.
Yes.
How'd that happen?
So I had a song with Snoop, and it was through Flozzy, the boss, and so yeah, the song is gonna be on my next EP. I had a song with Snoop and DaBaby. It's gonna be on my next EP, and the EP is titled Trip to Hollywood.
Okay. Trip to Hollywood.
Yeah,
That's what's up. Okay, and DaBaby.
and DaBaby. Yeah,
Okay. On the same song.
no, two
No,
different
two
records.
different songs.
Yeah, two different songs.
Okay, how'd you link up with DaBaby?
The same person.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got Snoop and DaBaby on one album.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge, man.
Super huge, something big.
Yeah, the songs are already done. Are you shooting music videos for these?
Music video not right now, but the song is already done and it should be dropping by June
Oh, okay.
June 27th, something like that.
Man, that's what's up, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so you got your song dropping, album?
Oh no, I'm dropping an EP. It's gonna be 6 songs or 5 songs on the
Okay.
EP. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. What type of promo are you gonna be doing for it?
I'm gonna be doing like guerrilla promo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I just finished it my tour. Shout out to my ex. It was 16 city tour. We did LA. LA was the last one. We did LA. We did Boston. We did New York, Chicago, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Minnesota. We did Oakland, and it was crazy.
Mm.
So they call me Flower Boy because I always be sharing flowers to ladies.
Is there anybody that you haven't worked with that you want to work with?
Yes, of course, a lot of people. So are you talking of in terms of hip hop, or are you talking of in terms of Afrobeat?
Just anybody. Period.
Anybody, period. It's gonna be Davido, Burna Boy, Whiskey, Ara Star. My number one on the list is 50 Cent.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Who are the top African artists over there?
The top African artist right now, it's kind of really trickish to say, but like everybody always say the big 3. They say Davido, Burna Boy, Whiskey, and now they've changed it to the big 4: Davido, Burna Boy, Whiskey, and Rema.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
But for me, I just believe that everybody's big. I don't think there's anybody that's bigger than me, because you're big on your own and you're big how you see yourself.
Okay, now why did you name your album that?
Oh, shout out to my ex. Um, so I named my EP "Shout Out to My Ex" because of what I've been through in life. So when people listen to this my song "Shout Out to My Ex," uh, instantly their mind just go to their ex, like a gender. Which maybe if it's a female listen to it, their mind start thinking about what their ex-boyfriend did, their husband did, whatever. And if it's a male listen, they want to think about what their girlfriend, their wife did. But the the title is not particularly about an ex, like in gender. Ex in this context simply just means that the things that you've been through that prepared you into your present state, makes you a better person than yesterday, that is your ex. So for instance, my ex used to be poverty. My ex used to be hardship. My ex used to be that I couldn't have a better living. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just relating to gender, like my girlfriend or my ex-wife, like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. Well, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
definitely look forward to what you got going on.
Yep.
You know, you got a crazy journey, man. You know, I'm glad you made it here and became successful, man. That's what's up, man. That's proof of what can really happen.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of dedication, and you have to believe in God because if it wasn't for God, I'm not gonna be here. I've had a terrible journey, like terrible journey. But I thank God for where I am, and I'm looking forward to the next chapter in my life.
All right, that's what it is, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, you know it. Kwate for you.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.